LOL, love my life.
Hi, gamers.
Hi. I didn't realize we were doing the. I forgot.
Me too.
I forgot we were recording episode right after. What is that German thing where he's like, oh, I forgot I was streaming, forgot I was playing a game, forgot I was sitting in the chair. That's how I felt right now.
Forgot I was existing.
Yeah. I'm now Germa. I gotta be honest, I've never seen a Germa stream.
Neither have I.
All I know about him are just random clips and giant enemy spider.
The things I know about him are giant enemy spider.
Small enemy spider.
The fact that there was a stream where chat told him what to do.
The dollhouse stream? I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen bits of it.
The fact that they made him piss in a bed.
Oh. I didn't know that!
I think Ludwig played a non-binary maid.
I know Ludwig was there.
In that, and then Germa also played the same game that the Grumps played, where it was like, and then I fired, and then I missed.
Yes. Yes. Gosh. I wish I could branch out who I watch more, but I'm pretty set in my ways with my stupid British boys and my Game Grumps. You know the ones.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask, if you don't mind my asking, and you totally don't have to answer this question, but like, what do you think you were most often bullied for growing up? Like, you said you didn't want to be the weird kid, so I'm curious about.
No, I was exactly what you think of when you think of 2014 Tumblr.
Ah.
Yeah. I liked Dan and Phil. I liked Supernatural and Sherlock and Doctor Who. And nobody I knew liked it.
You also like My Little Pony?
I do. I did like My Little Pony, which definitely got bullied a lot for that. Absolutely right. Got fucking pummeled for that. What else? It was kind of like it wasn't really about my height, but it was also a lot about my height. Cause I'm a short. But like it was like really passive aggressive, and like most of it was really tall boys being very assertive. So there was that in middle school. In elementary school, I just got picked on a lot just because somebody did cut my hair one time.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I remember exactly who it was. I remember exactly who. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do that to them, but I know who you are. And we sat next to each other at graduation, and I still fucking hate you. Sorry, just had to let that out.
Damn.
God.
Oh, fun fact, I didn't go to my own graduation.
Really? The person I walked with to graduation tried to trip me while we walked up. I didn't like him either.
The first time I chose my name, the school counselor convinced my mother specifically to wait to change my name until after I graduated.
Oh, no.
Specifically because she was like, oh yeah, you can just change it on your diploma and transcript and post. You can't.
No.
So they did not call that name. They did not call my preferred name at the time at my graduation, so I just refused to go.
Good. I mean, like...
I was in the audience because, like, my friends were graduating.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna say who it was, but one of, my high school friends, they didn't change their name. And so when they called out their dead name, everyone, or at least a good chunk of people, including myself, shouted out their preferred name instead.
That's cool.
That was really nice. That was probably my favorite part of graduation. Everything else I hated. I gotta be honest, my senior year, I didn't like how I looked. I wanted so badly to change my hair, but my dad was really persistent that I have normal hair for my graduation.
Right.
And I honestly regret doing that so much. Because I really, like, every time I look at my graduation photos, they're nice. It's just not it's not what I wanted for that time.
Right.
So I, like, as soon as, you saw me freshman year. I had, like, long black hair and bangs.
Yeah.
I started dyeing my hair.
And then midway through that, you split dyed your hair.
I split dyed my hair, and then when, God, I went so crazy with my hair during COVID. I chopped it off, I dyed it, I bleached it. I went crazy. But now I have a big adult job and I can't do that. And I feel...
To your merit, you do pull off most colors for sure.
Thank you. I never got to do pink, which is literally my favorite color. So
you did kind of a pink and blue split dye though.
I did have, I want to say cotton candy hair, but I know it as Sonic and Kirby hair. I had Sonic and Kirby hair.
Good.
Because I'm a nerd.
Sonic and Amy.
No, it's Kirby.
Fair
Sonic
enough.
and Kirby. But I never got to do pink hair. In high school, when I first got my, like, this was like peak Tumblr era, I got a pixie cut. It was bad. But I kept dyeing it colors. I didn't ever want to do pink because there was already another person with the same name as me with
pink hair,
with a short pixie cut that was pink. And I was like, people already get us confused. I was like,
that would be so annoying.
Exactly, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Have I said my actual name on here? I don't, like, necessarily want to hide it, but, like, I don't know if I have or not.
I mean, that's up to you. I also have some questions about that, but we can talk about that later.
My name is Emily. I don't really care if you say it. I just prefer pink. But that is the most common name of my birth year. There are so many Emilys. It is ridiculous. There was like 8 in my graduation year. It was terrible. Anyway, you had a question?
It's kind of a common. Well, it's a later question.
Oh, I think that was it.
I can just ask it now. I was gonna ask you if you still wanted me to call you Ash.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm just
do enjoy
double checking on that.
Yeah, I also like Ash.
Mostly because I'm the only one that does it.
You are, which is
it
okay.
It kind of stresses me out because I'm like, what if I'm the one in the wrong here?
No, you're not. I kind of like that it's just like your nickname for me, I guess.
Well, I also call you Pinky.
Yes. But yeah, it's not like a, I don't want to say enforced thing, because I don't really care what people call me. Same thing with pronouns. I don't really care. I couldn't care less. Yeah.
I remember you a few months ago telling me that you just don't want people to say like full on Emily.
Yeah.
You want people to say like Emmy, but I don't know if that's the same, so I figured I'd ask.
Emmy's good.
I do like calling you Ash though. I think it's fun.
Yeah. If I don't respond to it, it's not because I'm not used to it. It's just because I'm a dumbass. I think Rye has called me.
You always respond to it.
I think Rye has called me like by name in streams, and I've just like not listened. And it's like my name. Like, I thought that was funny. I was like, what am I doing? Am I just like deaf? It's not,
I don't know if I'm hitting that.
I don't know either. But yeah, for everyone out there, I do like pink. I also like, I know it's still a color, but now I just associate it with me now. I'm like, yeah, that's my favorite color, but also me.
Little bit of name lore without a name reveal. No one calls me by my actual name, like at all. It's kind of funny, and it's because like the thing people call me is a nickname that existed before my current name.
It took me so long to register what name. I was like, I was just thinking,
Hold on.
like, what did I do? Oh,
there you go.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. No one calls me any of those. Technically, my middle name is like what the nickname is, what I consider it a nickname for, but it's like that existed after the nickname.
If you would prefer, I could. Do
Nah.
people know that you're just Miel here?
Just Miel.
Just Miel, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you would
Always
prefer,
just
I would
Miel.
I would always just use Miel.
Yeah. And like we've talked about this recently because
Again,
straight up
you
my
with
name did
Ash,
get said on stream.
Yeah, that love that. It's still on private. I still need to edit that.
That's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's like it's one of those things where like you know how for a long time when people figured out that Jacksepticeye's name was Sean, they still called him Jack.
Yeah.
I would prefer Miel in the realm of like even if my name became commonly known.
Yeah.
Which you know, I'm gonna keep it not known for a while. At least for as long as I can. But it's not gonna like upset me amazingly if it gets revealed. It's just
I'm trying not to let it happen again.
You're good.
Apologize
like I
for
said,
future.
it's
I am a dumbass sometimes.
You weren't the only one that did it. In fact, you caught yourself.
I did. I knew it as soon as I did it. I was like, I was like, oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck.
But it's like I don't want it. Even if it's something that like matters to me to a point where I'm like not wanting to reveal it, I don't want it to be something that makes people agonize if they accidentally say it.
I don't worry about it. I'm just trying to respect you and your wishes, and I just feel like I was like this is my I just forget sometimes.
You're good.
It's
funny because you sometimes you call me Miel in like normal time.
I know. It's same thing with Saki. They in my realm, like I mostly know them as Saki. Even when I talk to them like outside of streams, I still call them Saki. For like the most part.
I have a nickname in my head for everybody.
Oh.
And I only use like one of them, which is yours, and it's it's the alternation between Ash and Pinky.
It's just in case, like I don't ever want to like name drop someone on a stream, even though I literally did that to you. I don't want to ever do it again.
I mean, you didn't though. You literally said the first letter.
That's true. I don't want to. So I'm trying to, cause the way my brain works is that like if I get too used to saying one thing, then it will always be known as that, I guess. So everyone goes by their nickname, or else I have to like I have to do like this mind thing where I have to like pause and be like, hold on, which one do I say? Which one is the right scenario and which one belongs in this scenario? And I have to like, it's like a whole thing. I don't know how to explain it. Quick thing. How would you explain your mind? Only in a way that like Sherlock in BBC Sherlock explains it as like a mind palace. How would
I
you
have
explain
asked you this question before. I love asking people this question. I went around asking everyone in the group this question, and I think when I asked you last time, am I allowed to reveal what you said last time?
Oh, go ahead, because I want to know if it's what I still think
same?
now. Yeah.
You told me, after thinking about it for a bit, you told me that it's like a foggy forest that you can't really see.
Yep,
Was
that
that
is
you?
still how it.
That was you.
Yeah. I was gonna say fog or like a cloud. That's kind of how my brain feels, and the thoughts just kind of like float in and out. It's especially hard like at work if I get stuck doing one thing. It's just like running through, and then it changes. Then it all gets fucked up, and then I mess up. So it's kind of terrible actually.
I started asking people that question because I think of my thoughts as a chaotic trainscape, like a hellscape of trains. Each train is a different thought process, and I am the conductor just trying to make them not crash into each other.
Crowded train station.
What?
This is a Wilbur Kinney moment. /J.
That's funny. It's funny because I do like Jubilee Line specifically because of that.
I love that. As a Tommy Kinney, I can say it.
Oh, I'm getting worse at this boss fight.
Cringe culture is dead.
Cringe culture is dead.
I've decided.
Embrace your interests. In this house, we encourage your interests
We
specifically.
do.
No one else is just yours.
Yeah. Just me. I'm the best.
You mentioned the whole saying tone tags out loud thing. That's why sometimes when I say a joke, I'm like, blah 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 blah. That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't even give people time to process before I say it's a joke.
The tone things is kind of how I feel about the nicknames. I have to confirm it, and then like in my brain, and then I'll say it out loud just to reconfirm it. I almost did that to somebody at work. Again, I will reiterate, I work with adults. I work with, as far as I can tell, very neurotypical adult people with adult lives and like kids or whatever. So
when you applied there, you I believe you described them as soccer moms.
Yes, that's basically who I work with. Dude, I bet you, little bit of a side topic, I bet you like $100 the person they thought they were hiring is not me. I came in there so confident. Now every day I come into work looking more drained every day. It's terrible, and I've noticed it too. Like, I came in there, I kept my head held high. I got so nervous about that job. I don't know if I told you this. I wore a butterfly necklace to that job interview, and my boss, who was doing the interview, said that she liked it. I literally did not take off that necklace for 2 weeks until I knew I got that job. I was so worried about it. For reasons that I don't really want to go into. I'm extremely anxious about it, and jobs are terrible. I've talked about how much I hate having a job many times.
Jobs have a tendency to grate on you specifically. Like, people in general, but you specifically are fairly affected by having a job.
Yeah, I need it, I hate it, don't want it, but I gotta have it. Anyway, I'm a very different person than I was in the interview. Mostly because I knew I needed to get that job, so I was just very overconfident, which, you know, good job on me, I guess. And I feel like I talked a lot more when I started that job, and the more I go in there, the less I talk to people. I'm the only one that wears a mask in my job right now, which is just
annoying.
It's annoying. It's a side topic, but that means I don't really have to like put in an effort with my facial expressions.
God,
I'm still really, I will say, I'm really good at customer service. I'm great at it. I kind of enjoy it sometimes because I get to like talk to people, but in some way it's like fake because I have to pretend I care about them. But
it's predictable.
Exactly. It's just like the same thing every time.
And sorry, I know I'm interjecting with my thoughts about customer service. There are set rules to interacting people in a job environment that makes it easier, because it's not technically social. You are just following basically a script.
I say almost the same thing to everyone. It only changes if they get something different or if it's something that I can directly relate to. I did talk to one customer about Marvel today, because a couple of the sales reps, they're Marvel fans as well. So they brought up this guy was wearing a Spider-Man shirt, and he pointed at me, and they're like, oh, she likes Marvel too. So that was a thing. But most of the time it's the same thing, and then on the phone it's the same thing. It's just everything in that job is monotonous, and that I'm kind of okay with, because if I get into a schedule, like I said, I stick with it. But sometimes things change without any real warning, I guess.
No, come on.
Oh,
come on.
You're doing really good. No way!
Holy shit.
Yo!
Did I do it? This is the first time I've beaten the Hollow Knight ever.
Oh my god!
No. I forgot about this ending.
Oh no! What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
So you know how when I focus in the dreamer realms, I kind of absorb them?
Are you absorbing the Cheeto?
I'm absorbing the Cheeto dust.
Is this what you wanted? Did you want this?
I'm becoming the new
Oh my
vessel.
god. Do the eyes. Do the eyes. Let me see your eyes. Yo!
I was gonna talk about so many things right now, but like, I kind of can't.
This is so cool. I've never seen this before.
This is the first time I've beaten a final boss in months. In like a year, really.
Hollow Knight lore. Ooh.
Got an achievement. Do you want to talk while the credits roll?
Sure. What was I talking about? Jobs?
You were talking about... We were talking about how jobs are predictable socially in a way that makes them easy to do. In terms of... Yeah.
Why did I start that?
Because you hate jobs. Because they drain you.
Mm-hmm. I feel like something else was before that, but yeah. Riley, what was I talking about? Chime in.
Audience member, what were we talking about? Okay.
You follow me so... I couldn't tell me either. I know I started talking about my job for a specific reason. Tones.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything I say to my coworkers is everything I have to say, just about the job usually. And then occasionally we just talk about, like, we usually complain about our jobs. Because that's what jobs are. That's how you talk with your coworkers. You basically complain. Anyway, I said something, and then I immediately wanted, like, to follow it up with /J. And then I was like, if I say that, no one will understand what that means. I think I was mentioning, because it was past close at this point, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna go tell these people to get out, /J. But I didn't actually say the /J part. I just wanted to. That's right, what that whole conversation led up to. That was not that much. I'm sorry.
They're more likely to pick up on when you are joking anyway.
Yeah.
So there's at least that.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe not, though.
Yeah, I never know. I never know my own tones. I'm like, I don't know how this plays out to other people. Oh?
You are easier to... I'm easier at understand. It's easier to understand when you specifically are being insincere or sarcastic or joking than it is for other people.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, but that's just me, and it could just be like a thing.
As much as I hate interacting with people, I think I'm really good at it. Oh.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I can't read that. It's too far away. Read it.
Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. But, I had some things I wanted to talk about, so we are going to sit on the screen for a bit and just talk.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna readjust.
Oh, I was going to talk about what I got bullied for in middle and high school.
Yes.
People thought I was weird. People thought I behaved weirdly. People thought I was a creep for doing absolutely nothing. I was just sitting there.
Yeah, it's just the quiet kid syndrome.
I was very much quiet, for sure. I was very socially awkward. When people would frustrate me, they would ask me if I was high.
Oh, okay.
And I could not make eye contact, or I would zone out and people would think I was staring at them.
Mm-hmm.
Or just a lot of things. And people called me creepy. People tore down the way I looked. People like just latched on to any and everything weird that I did that wasn't exactly a normal behavior.
Again with these neurotypicals. Neurotypical
Yeah.
slash neg.
And in high school, that continued. I was weirdly never bullied for being gay until after high school. No one at my school was terrible to me for being part of the LGBT community. Like, no one at all. Which is weird because there were definitely homophobic people at my school. There were definitely people who did not think good of gay people or trans people.
Yeah.
Because I came out publicly in sophomore year of high school, I think.
I don't know if I ever really did to like people who weren't my friends because I knew. Sorry, I interrupted you there. I just wanted to say
good.
I think there weren't a lot of gay people in our school, or at least not that I knew of, other than like the few that were already out, and they got bullied, but it was mostly gay boys. It was never like lesbians, and it was trans people. So I think it was very specific bullying at my school.
Yeah. I mean, people have a tendency to what's the way that I want to put it? Demonize gay men but fetishize lesbians.
Yep, exactly, 100%.
That actually leads me into the next topic, but first I want to talk about the other thing. I never stopped liking Pokemon. And that was something that people bullied me for. It was the only thing I wanted to talk about. It was something I had fun facts for out of the pocket at all times forever. I just could not stop talking about it for the longest time. And I'm scared to talk about it now because of that, because it's like I'm still not very good at talking about my interests because of specifically being bullied for talking about Pokemon, liking Pokemon. Nicknaming my Pokemon was something I was bullied for.
I remember you bringing that up.
It's just so dumb. It's like the nickname function is there for a reason. It's just stupid. So from elementary school, from 5th grade to high school, I was bullied for liking Pokemon until people realized that college kids like Pokemon.
It's just a cool thing. The fact that people put away what they like in high school is so dumb.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not just me, obviously it's you too, and I know a lot of other people did too. And it's just the fact that we had to either hide it or be bullied. It's ridiculous. I was still pretty open about other things that I liked, obviously. Like, I, like, painted my binder with it, stuff like that. But, like, I still got weird comments about it.
Pokemon was my only consistent interest for the majority of my childhood. And when I got other interests, I was scared to share about those. To an extent that pretty recently, like maybe the summer after we met, I had a pretty bad identity crisis because I didn't know what I liked personally. I didn't know like what kind of person I was. I felt like I didn't exist without people to like reflect off of. So like now that I can like things, I'm really just trying to embrace that, you know?
Mm-hmm. And that's good. I'm glad.
Which actually, I want to ask one more thing because you brought up, or you started talking about people being bullied for being gay.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start catching on about the gender stuff?
That was in the last couple of years. Actually, well, that's kind of a lie. It was probably elementary school and middle school, but then in high school I didn't really like think about it.
Yeah.
And then everything got brought back up recently. It's just kind of like the repressing stuff.
Yeah, like the this is a problem I'll deal with later.
Yeah, put it in the vault kind of deal.
Yeah.
But I didn't even realize it was vaulted. Just like something I said earlier that I'm not going to bring up in the recording.
Yeah.
It's just something
Ooh, yeah.
that you didn't even realize that you put away until just something triggers it, and you're like, oh, that was a thing.
Oh, gender?
And just this is, I don't know how to say this. I'm not trying to be mean, but like just kind of realizing things like, oh, that was because I have depression, or oh, that's because I think I'm autistic. Stuff like that. Like that you didn't even realize when you were younger. You're like, oh, that's not a normal thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And the word normal, the feel like that's not even what I really mean, because I feel like everything is normal, because there's so many different things about people. So the term normal is stupid, but you know what I mean.
There's a difference between textbook normal and social normal. Yeah. We're talking about social normal. Textbook normal is kind of an unattainable goal.
Yeah. But it's just kind of stuff like that that you didn't really think about until something opens the vault again.
Yeah. I actually I talked about that earlier too, where I was like, I just randomly the other day I was actually listening to your stream because you talked about Happy Hands.
Oh yeah, Stevies.
That is what like made that memory of basically getting in trouble a lot for that when I was a kid.
I
just like
stemmed a
pop
lot.
into my head.
My little brother does it a lot too. I've realized that recently. And I remember I was there for Christmas and my dad was like, what are you doing? And I straight up was just like, oh, he's just like doing a little stim. And my older brother said that he does it too. So it wasn't anything like negative. I just immediately was just like, I don't want my dad to take my brother down for doing the wigglies.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, I do that, my older brother does that, it's a normal thing. Please don't tell him to stop.
Yeah, that's it. If you tell him to stop, it's going to
Become an issue.
become an issue. Yes. Repressing that stuff is exhausting. Repressing those like reactions that feel so natural is just exhausting.
And it's honestly stupid that as a society we feel like we should.
Stop that from happening. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't
and I'm still COVID has kind of undone that a lot for me, just because, you know, I've spent so much time alone. But I'm still very careful to not do the more obvious ones around people, even around people I'm comfortable around at this point. I'm working on undoing that kind of self-conditioning. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Sorry, I was yawning.
Getting more comfortable doing the things that my body deems as natural reactions to stuff.
Yeah, and it's good. I think it's good.
But I do think that's going to be the end of the episode. We've talked about a lot. Honestly, I was going to go into this making like jokes constantly, and instead we ended up talking about some pretty solid topics.
Serious.
Yeah. And then I killed the first final boss that I've beaten in like a year. Because the last one I beat was Ganon in Breath of the Wild, and then before that it was
I still haven't beat Ganon.
I think it took me 2 years to do the Pokemon League and Pokemon.
I don't think I've
Sword and
ever done
Shield.
a boss fight in my entire life.
I literally watched you do Genshin boss fights.
No, that's not real.
That's true. They are kind of grindy.
Yeah, Genshin is grindy.
But yeah, that's gonna be the episode.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a nice day. We're gonna take a break from Hollow Knight for a while. I think this is perfect because this is the last episode of the session, and we came to a pretty great stopping point for a little bit. And then after we play a different game for a while, I'll come back to this and we'll try to get the 112.
New game soon. New quips, new jokes. Probably maybe the same topics, but in a different way.
We kind of migrate to the things we like, so
it's good. Well.
Yeah. Well, bye.
Bye-bye.